After a bad night's sleep, anchor your morning with bright light, get up near your usual time, and keep caffeine to the early hours. Skip the long nap and use a short rest or NSDR instead. Avoid overcorrecting your bedtime and let your sleep drive rebuild so tonight has the best shot. What should you do after a bad night's sleep? The instinct after a rough night is to claw the sleep back. Sleep in, nap hard, drink more coffee, crash early tonight. Almost all of those moves quietly make tomorrow night worse. The better plan is counterintuitive. You spend the day stabilizing your body clock and protecting the pressure that will help you sleep tonight, rather than chasing the hours you already lost. A single bad night is not a crisis. It is uncomfortable, and your focus and mood will take a hit, but your body is built to absorb the occasional short night and recover over one or two normal ones. The trap is the overcorrection. The things people do to feel better today are often the exact things that stretch one bad night into a bad week. So the goal for the day after is simple. Feel as functional as you reasonably can and do nothing that sabotages tonight. Why does morning light matter so much? Morning light is your strongest lever because it anchors your circadian clock, the timer that decides when you feel sleepy. Light in the early hours tells your brain it is daytime, which keeps your clock from drifting later and helps tonight's sleep arrive on schedule. This effect is large and timing sensitive. In a 2025 analysis of sunlight and sleep, every extra 30 minutes of morning sun before 10 a.m. was associated with a roughly 23-minute earlier sleep midpoint, a marker of a better aligned body clock. Morning light advances your rhythm and consolidates sleep, while late evening light does the opposite. The practical move: get up near your normal time and get outside, or at least to a bright window within the first hour. 10 to 30 minutes is plenty. On a depleted day, this also blunts that heavy, foggy feeling more reliably than another coffee. How should you handle caffeine on no sleep? Front load it. Caffeine genuinely helps with alertness, but it lingers far longer than people expect, and the morning's coffee can still be in your system at bedtime. A 2025 randomized crossover trial tested caffeine timing directly. A 400 milligrams dose delayed sleep onset and altered sleep architecture, even when taken in the morning, and the disruption got worse the closer the dose landed to bedtime, with the heaviest hit when it came about 4 hours before bed. Caffeine's half-life is long and varies a lot from person to person, which is why a late afternoon cup can quietly wreck a night. The rule of thumb: use caffeine in the morning when it does the most good, keep the total reasonable, and stop by early afternoon so it clears before night. What about napping? Keep it short or skip it. The reason is sleep drive, sometimes called sleep pressure. It builds the longer you have been awake, and it is what makes you genuinely sleepy at night. This is one half of the two-process model of sleep regulation, the framework researchers use to explain when sleep comes easily. A long or late nap spends that pressure during the day, so you arrive at bedtime less sleepy, and the cycle repeats. A short nap of 10 to 20 minutes, early in the afternoon, is the safe version. It takes the edge off without dragging you into deep sleep or eating much of tonight's drive. If you want rest without spending sleep pressure at all, this is where short non-sleep deep rest earns its place. Use NSDR for rest without stealing tonight's sleep NSDR. Non-sleep deep rest, and its older cousin Yoga Nidra, is a guided practice that walks you into deep relaxation while you stay awake. You lie down, follow a voice, slow your breathing, and let attention drift through the body. Because you do not actually sleep, it does not drain the sleep drive that a real nap does. Be honest about what it offers. NSDR does not produce the deep and REM stages that handle memory and physical repair, so it is not a stand-in for the sleep you lost. What the practice reliably gives you is a parasympathetic downshift and a subjective sense of restfulness, which on a wrung-out day is worth a great deal. A simple day after protocol. 1. Get up within an hour of your usual wake time, even though you are tired. 2. Get bright light in the first hour, ideally outside. 3. Front-load caffeine in the morning. Stop by early afternoon. 4. If you fade in the afternoon, take a 10 to 20-minute rest or NSDR session instead of a long nap. 5. Keep the day's activity roughly normal so your sleep drive rebuilds. 6. Go to bed at close to your usual time, only slightly earlier and only when you feel drowsy. That last point matters most. Crashing into bed an hour early usually backfires because the pressure has not built yet and you end up lying awake. Let the day do its work. If you want to actually run that afternoon reset rather than just read about it, a guided NSDR or Yoga Nidra session is the easiest way in. Lie down, press play, and let the voice do the structuring. The Yoga Nidra app has short sessions sized for exactly this. A 10 to 20-minute rest to get you through a depleted afternoon without robbing tonight's sleep. That is the short version. The full sourced article and a free guided session to try tonight are linked in the description. Rest well.